Well, you've got this whole place changed around since I was here last. Hi folks, welcome back. Welcome to all the new people, the new subscribers. YouTube's been pushing one of my old planer videos and people have been subscribing like crazy. Now, I don't push you to subscribe or hit the like button. I figure you're grown-ups and if you want to, you will. It does help, makes the numbers to makes it where I want to look at them in the morning. For a while I didn't really care anymore. I'm putting together the trunnion that I finished today. I don't know if you can see it, but you're going to see more in the video. It's split in half. I got a milled flat on it and a through hole that's been tapped 5/8/16. And I'm putting them together while I'm talking to you about what we're going to do tonight. Don is alive. Doesn't smell any better, but he is alive. Sorry, Don, I couldn't resist it. Went over to see Don in his shop, and I haven't been over there in about 2 months because of being sick and being on vacation and working and all that other stuff. So I haven't really ever seen Don's shop finished out. So now you and I get to watch it on the video. There's a trunnion with a ball end on it. Got some more parts here. Be right back. Also got a short update on the Rock 2. The Rock 2 is doing very well. Got some proof that shows what people said I couldn't do, I've done. And what else? I'm going to show you this with the trunnions and the rods. Now, when I split this thing, the rod bore sprung in. So I might have to run a reamer through it again in the split condition. See if I can make it work easier. Yeah, we're going to have to do that. Well, this will work. Now this will give you a little idea of what's going on. I'm going to put it over here by the mirror so you can look at it a little bit better. It's Friday. I drink about 6 of these every 2 or 3 weeks. Tastes like real beer. I'm really surprised that they're in as many stores as they are. They don't have any alcohol, but they charge just as much, if not more. I guess it's because people don't buy that much of it. Now, this is what this is all going to look at. I still got to thread this rod to go into this piece over here. But we're making progress, aren't we? Ball from last week's video. Rod goes here. You can raise this up and down, spread it out for the width of different things. I've got to make another trunnion, I guess it would be, that's set to hold an indicator. I was thinking about just getting a small, nogi, and modifying it to work. Those are a lot easier to adjust, so we may do that. Thread it, paint it, cut these screws on these thumb rod's off, flush, and this part's finished. All right, on with the videos. Thanks for watching. This way.
There you go.
Hi, Don.
Hello, everybody.
How are you?
I'm good.
You're alive?
Contrary to Papa Leaf, I am still alive. Just been busy with my day job.
Well, and I've been sick and staying away from you.
That too.
Hi, baby. Are you lonely over here? Well, people haven't seen what you've been doing lately.
I've been doing too much.
Well, you've got this whole place changed around since I was here last.
Oh, I'm trying to make some more room.
Let's get some bigger picture there. You have moved all kinds of stuff out of here to the new shop.
Yeah, not finished yet, but getting there.
Cajun country. What Cajun country?
Yeah, that's where this is, buddy. I've been there forever. First time you seen it.
Did you hear? Yeah, I've never seen it. Have to talk about Cajun country. They made a new law that you can't dissect a person for profit.
Yeah, take all the fun away.
I was planning on dissecting you when you were on, but can't do it for profit. Well, there's the wannabe planer, aka shaper, almost ready.
It's a mini planer.
No.
It's the same principle as a big planer. It's
Well,
just a mini planer.
when that table starts moving back and forth,
It does the same thing, only it's shorter.
it's upside down, it's shorter,
It
and
does the same function.
okay. I'm not going to argue with you. I came over to Bar the Mill this morning so I can work on the official name we've decided is trunions. So that's what it's going to be. Anyway, we're going to work on them today. But first, Don, give us a tour of your shop. You got your new closing in, I see.
Oh, yeah. That was a good deal on that. Didn't even hardly have to paint it.
That's the kind. That's the kind. You got my hand brake.
Yep.
It was in my high school machine shop back in 1975, and I bought it when they closed down the machine shop. You got it all painted up, looking good.
I want to make, there's a few of the dies missing, I want to make that.
Well, that you could do on a wannabe planer.
Paper, yeah.
There's the table for the planer, or wannabe planer.
Yeah, it's all ready to go back together.
I don't know what you're going to do with all this room in here. You can walk.
That's what's the idea.
Now we're going through the man door into the original edition.
Yeah, this is going to be the grinding shop.
And you got this all set up now. Got an overhead door.
That was the grinder buffer that we got from the guy.
Which one?
That one?
Oh, yeah. Down in Galveston.
Yeah.
It's ready to roll, huh?
Mm-hmm. And this one cuts good. I just want to clean it up and paint it.
I want you to stomp shear.
Stump shear, yeah. Then that thing in the corner there, the drill grinder.
Yeah, I'll show a picture of that.
Got some
You got it
surface
painted
rust.
up. And
I'm gonna have to take a top white wheel and get all that surface rust off and make sure I get some spray on there.
yeah, you need to extend your air conditioning over here.
Either that or put some oil on it this time so it doesn't flash. It flash rusted overnight on me, you know. I was gonna do it the next day. Yeah, closing's a big project one of these days.
It's heavy, dude.
It is.
It's hydraulic. You got to get the
Yep.
hydraulics out down there and work on everything.
It worked when the guy plugged it in. The table went back and forth and on everything seemed to work, but I don't know, I just need to clean it all out and paint it. Hadn't been cleaned probably 50 years.
Well, you got a place to do it now.
Yeah, I started, just some bonds on it.
Got sandblaster in here. It's going to be the dirty room, right?
Yep, the sandblaster works really good. Been using that a lot. And that's about it in here. There's some of the stuff coming out of here, so all this in the middle is going to be open, so should have plenty enough room to get around.
It works. Oh, look. There's the rock, too, guys. You know, I took a lot of crap from people saying you can't go over 100,000 miles on brakes. Well, here's living proof that if you drive not like a madman, aka Don, you will be able
I
to.
have a friend of mine just changed his brakes. He's got 142,000 on his truck, and he's just changing his brakes now.
Watch the video and see how many percentage of pad life I have left. I haven't changed brakes since probably 1980.
I got 70,000 on mine. They're still good.
111,000 on that one right now. Like 84% left on the backs and 76 on the front.
Well, the backs last forever anyway. This be the new place.
Then through this door, go into the
This is the garage.
garage. We can't, you got tools hanging up. It can't be a garage.
Oh, look here. This is that. Let me show you how this works.
Oh, the little clipper.
This thing works good, man. It cuts like 1.5 inch.
How heavy is it?
Not that heavy.
Yeah, my wife,
That's a big battery. That's a 6-hour battery, amp-hour battery. Be lighter.
I would like that, but I don't think my wife's going to be able to handle the heavy thing. So you put up pegboard.
Yeah. And keep things organized.
Know where to come find a speed square. I never can find my 12 of them.
Yeah.
Then you put in this part back here. It's going to be your welding shop.
Yeah.
Fab shop.
Give or take.
That's the welding table you made.
Yep. See, I'm gonna turn this little guy here. This is just such a good little car. This is an old pressure washer that doesn't work anymore, so I'm gonna take this and make a plasma cutter cart out of it, because it runs so easy.
Oh, it is.
You
It'll
know,
be handy.
that's a nice cart. I don't want to get rid of the cart, so that's the plans. And get the
You
plasma.
know my birthday's coming up.
Get my plasma cutter off the bottom there.
Is this my birthday present?
That's those wheels we got for $7.
Oh,
My brother-in-law got that $7 at that some place, at surplus place.
$7.
Even had the bag of bolts come with it.
Well, you know there's something wrong with them. Probably left-handed wheels.
Yeah. Even had all the bolts came with it.
Huh. Well, there's your Everlast.
Yep. And that thing's about
Almost ready to unbox that Everlast at the shop.
he's about 6 years old, 7 years old now.
Yours are?
Yeah. That's a 230 amps.
Where'd you find those little locker doors?
Which one? Underneath it?
Yeah.
On Facebook Marketplace. Somebody was selling them for like $30.
Yeah, well, those are handy
And
size.
it's just the perfect size to go underneath
Yeah.
it.
Then you bored out. You bought this piece of steel, then you borrowed my mag drill and
Yeah,
went to town.
that was a deal. That was a lot of holes to drill.
Got the air conditioner going in here.
Yep.
So you still got some projects to do.
Oh yeah, got plenty to do.
Well, I think I need to go back and start working over there. Oh, Simpson meter.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us the story of the Simpson meter.
Oh, geez, man. I've got like 50,000 hours when I was a computer technician back in the 70s. This was the go-to meter.
And then the man gave that one to you.
Yeah, I had some problems.
You had tears in your eyes.
Well, that just brings back memories, you know. But now,
Did you?
now it works.
It works.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's ohms. Even has the little. So, good deal.
You went into it the other day when I was talking to you, and you powered it on, and it didn't work.
Oh, I had all kind of problems. It was setting some caustic stuff, and some of the land patterns on the circuit board were eaten up. So I had to bypass those. The battery terminals were all gone. I had to replace the battery terminals. Things like that, but works good now. They still sell these. These run new about $700.
Wow.
Yeah, they're pretty rugged too. It's not like, you know, the ones you buy now, they're so light. You
Yeah,
gotta put them down and you go and you drag the whole thing. Well, this one, you ain't dragging that one. It's just something back in my past.
You have to put it in a backpack to carry it around. I like my flukes. Well, let's go to work. I'm scared of the dark, Don. What are you doing?
Saving money.
Saving money. You keep buying tools, you're never going to be able to afford to adopt me.
I'm pretty much done. I can't think of the only absolute thing.
I don't need no more. I'm going to make a montage clip of, I don't need no more tools, don't have any.
I make a good t-shirt. I don't need no more tools.
Yeah.
And we'll take a picture of we'll take a picture of your workshop and put it on the front of the t-shirt. It says, I don't need no more tools.
Maybe we could sell it. Okay. I think this is the pot calling the kettle black.
The only thing I don't have that I would want probably is a ring roller to just to bend some sheet
Well,
metal.
you can make one.
To make one too.
Yeah.
That's about the only.
Because once you get the machines, you got to have something to do.
Yeah, I just don't see me needing anything else really. I got enough to keep me busy.
That's what I thought about 20 years ago.
Yeah. 20 years ago it'd be different, but at my age I think this is enough.
Nah.
My son is already going, geez, Dad, when are we going to do with all this stuff?
Just call Steve.
Yeah, Steve
He'll fix it.
Steve will take it for you.
Well, that's what I've told my wife. When I go, Don and my son are there. So
If I'm there, you're assuming I'm here, I'm maybe 72.
Hey, I've already died once.
That's
You
true.
never know what's going to happen. You go to sleep, you wake up, and you're dead.
You never know. You wake up dead? I don't know about that one. That might be an oxymoron.
I was almost
Wake
dead.
up dead. Anyway, get to
All
work.
right, I'm going to work. Hi guys, welcome back. I'm over here at Don's shop today, and I think we've come up with a name for this piece. One viewer suggested trunnions, so that's what we're going to call it. Maybe wrong, but it's not the first time I've been wrong. Today, I've traveled over to Don's shop and I need the mill. Here's a lesson for you. Don't ever sell your mill until your new mill is ready. I miss it every week. Anyway, today I'm going to be milling a flat on the end of this so that a set screw or thumb screw can go through and tighten it up after we split it open. And frankly, I've got 4 holes to do. I've got to mill a flat on it, run I think it was an H drill bit through it for a 5/16 18, and then counterbore it and thread it. Simple, if you got a nice mill. So that's what we're going to do there. Then I'll take it back to my shop and split these open. Hope you enjoyed John's little tour of his shop. First thing I got to do is lay these holes out. And I'm kind of going to go off some of the reference points that's on here. I'll try to use my little close-up camera, but after it failed on the last video and cost me 3 days of editing, that last video I had to restart 3 different times because something in it didn't work when you uploaded it to YouTube. That was not fun. So I'm going to give it another try, and hopefully it's not going to lose everything and I won't be so frustrated. There you are. Okay, you do good, this camera. I'm going to grab a lantern tool post to stick it on so y'all can see what I'm doing a little bit better. It's not too wobbly. Can you see down here? Let's go down. Yeah. All right. Now this little piece right here is what we're working on. I need to put a mark in this area all the way through, and flip it over and get a mark in this area. As you can see here, these are the casting parting lines for this. I'll take a die grinder and grind that off, and then we'll paint these things up. But that's how the bores came out. Couldn't face this side over here because it's too short to hold in the mill, or excuse me, in the 3-jaw chuck in the lathe. But it's time I slick that up, it's going to be just fine. So I'm going to use some of these markings on here to index my hole location. Now, I bought these cheap little knobs off of eBay, and they're pretty good quality. They were cheap. But basically, I need to put a flat so I can put a washer under here so that as this spins, it spins on the washer so it doesn't get all eaten up. Might make that, if I didn't make it nice and smooth, it would for sure get eat up. That looks to be like, let's get the big numbers, it's easier to read. If I make that a 5/8 flat, that'd be fine. So whatever I do, I have to be, in this dimension, I have to locate it to where it's about center of that dimension. And on this one, if I go from this tip up here, if I put my 5/8 on it, that list shows me how much I have left. I have about 1/8 on each one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down at 7/8 right there. That's how far I've got this way. And at 7/8, if I come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So if I go right there in the middle, then if I line up that point like that, use this casting as a way to keep it straight and just mark a line. I need bigger fingers. Kind of getting it off that point. Then using the bottom of the rule up against that to get a 90-degree mark coming up. And that's pretty close to the center. Now on this one, I'm just going to use this parting line here coming up. Go in here and see how much space I have. Now this one's shorter to that line. So I just put a center mark there. Now this isn't critical. I mean, the only thing you need to do is make sure you have enough space for that. And that one at that line isn't, so I'm going to move it over a little bit more. That'd be good. That'll be good. You see I've got some marks. Now I need a center mark. Oh, these old Armstrong holders are good for something. Glad he's got all these little extra parts for me to use. Can you all see? Then I pull out my secret weapon. This is the original on-mark optical center punch made in California. You can buy these new pretty cheaply. I don't know if you can see it, but on the bottom of this is inscribed a little circle with a little tiny dot in it. And that dot is 1/1000th of an inch. The newer knockoff ones I see got a big, huge dot. I think Don's got one. It's not as precise as this one. This one's old. I've had it for years and years and years. I don't know if I'm going to be able to move it over far enough. What you do is you look down through the top of this, and light comes in the side and lights up the bottom of that hole. So you can sit there and you're using a magnifying glass basically. Don's back. Everybody on your best behavior.
You ain't done yet?
Yes, I finished yesterday. I need a parallel. Do you have a parallel? Problem is my base is too big. It's riding up here.
You mean parallels like you put in the vise?
Yes, sir.
Just want to double check.
A small one, half-inch one would be great. The man walked right up to him, got it out. Me, I'd be looking for about a week.
I'm trying to be organized.
You are doing a very good job of it. I figure the parallel will be just about the right height to hold that off. Level. I get my big old fat fingers down in here. I wish I could show you guys this. You take this one out, you put this one there.
It's like looking through a rifle scope. Same as looking through a rifle scope.
Yep. Over the years, I bought all kinds of stuff. I even had a laser that would fit into the.
Yeah, you gave it to me.
Did I?
It's all pressed. The battery part.
Yeah. Did you fix it yet?
No.
I need it back soon. No.
Still nothing can be fixed. It's pretty crowded in there.
Well. So now I've got a starter hole on that one. I hit the wrong thing. So now we got it. Two of them ready to go. I know I bought these back in the 70s. Now, I know, A-bomb uses them. Probably got the idea from me. Now that we got them all marked out, let's move to the mill. Well, now that we have it finished, marked out, need to figure out how to hold these so I can drill them. I think we can do it just like that. That way we don't have to use a parallel. I make it indexed off that flat like that. I think that'll be fine. So, first thing I need to do is use this. It's an F drill, not an H. So drill through there. Already got this in there, so we ought to be in good shape. You hear that whining? That's Don. I can't take him anywhere. Don't know how well you can see this. When I'm trying to line up a hole a little bit, I find that if you rotate the flute on that drill where it's about 90 degrees. See how I'm looking kind of down the edge of it there? It gives me a pretty good indication of where that hole is. Then switch it around over here and do the same thing to get this axis. Looks a little off. Now, when I start it up, I'm going to watch this. See how this is kind of flexible? All drill bits are like that. Well, seeing how I've got a center punched hole right there, the nose of this drill should fall into that without deflecting. So when I start it, that's what I'm going to look for, deflection. So let me go start the phase converter up. I'll be back over here in a second. Now Don's out here in the country also, so he's got to run a 3-phase converter. I think he's got a 10 horsepower for everything. If you don't use all your machines at once, 10's pretty good size till you get into a correct, proper planer. Then you go to 20s or more. All right, let's see if I can remember how to turn this thing on. Up here. Here's the brake. There's the brake. That like right there looks so far off. See how it moved? It's coming this way. bit that way. Perfect.
Getting it?
Where's your chuck key?
In the top, in the drawer.
In the drawer. Over here?
Yeah, the small drawer to the left first. Small drawer to the left. This corner there.
All kinds of chuck keys.
You find one if you can.
I found one. Helps to tighten up your chuck. All right. Helps to go the right way on the drill bit too. Break it. I'm back. Did you miss me? No. Okay. Having all kinds of problems on these videos with the different audio between the two cameras. But then if I use a wireless mic, you got problems with those. I need a production crew. Okay. I've got the first hole through drilled, and that's what we're going to tap on one side. But I need to do a clearance hole, and frankly I don't have this thing split, so I'm not really sure how far that clearance hole needs to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this drill and go short of where it needs to go to. That way, once I split it, I can take the drill and go all the way in without going too deep into the backside where it's going to be threaded. But this will give me a good start to finish it up. And doing it this way, all my holes are in line. They're all registered. By the way, I gave the young blacksmith a camelback drill. It was a very special one. It, like a Bridgeport, had the ability that you could raise and lower and keep things registered while you're drilling holes, so you could change bits and things, like a more jig bore. Well, a couple years ago I gave that to him, and he's run out of space in his shop. He doesn't use it very much, and he very kindly called me and asked me if I wanted it back. Well, I decided, no, just go ahead and sell it if you can and use that money to expand your shop. He's a young guy getting started. So if anybody wants a really nice kind of unique camelback, he's got one for sale in College Station, Texas. Drop me an email and I'll tell you how to get a hold of him. I'll put a link to the video where we took it over there so you can look at it. Okay, we've got one hole drilled. Got this. Did I tighten it up? I need a piece of tape. No, No, I just can't drill all the way through, so I need to put a stop on it. Oh, this is, don't need the stop. This will just work just fine. For 4 holes that are little need to be perfect. And because I'm going to be taking this drill bit in and out a lot, it's better to do it this way than set the stop, because it'll change every time I move it. So right now, if I come down to that tape just touching, I know I'm not going to be going too far. Let's see. Okay, that'll give me a clearance for that. Now, this side really doesn't need it, but I'm going to put a flat on there. Now, I know some of you are about to cringe and throw stuff at your monitor and call me a hack and a charlatan, and I understand. And what I'm going to do is not the way you should do it. This is a mill bit. And if it'll fit into this collet, that's what I'm going to do. It's a terrible idea. If I was milling something, I would never in the world ever think about it. But this here, if it'll open up far enough to accept this, which it may not because this is a 5/8, I won't have to change this. And all I'm doing is taking maybe 10 thousandths off. And they'll all be lined up. I doubt if it'll work though. So I might just have to, yeah, this is not big enough. It's one of my heroes, Rosanna Dana would say, never mind. Now I could put in a bigger chuck. Y'all not even watching again. It's hard for y'all, huh? Could put in a bigger chuck, but that's not the way to do it. When I've got to change something anyway, I might as well get a collet. Now Don's, because I need to change this, Don's machine is set up with an air motor so that you can easily change the collets and such. But I got to figure out how to plug in the air to get the air up to there and all that.
Need air?
You've been busy.
What's that?
Oh, you got to turn on the compressor.
Yeah.
Hold your ears, folks.
Shouldn't turn on yet right now.
You got another valve over there? Probably got a dollar bill changer on that one, right?
Huh?
You probably have a dollar bill changer hooked up to that valve.
That's coin.
Coin operated? You're so great. I haven't done this in a while, and remember you got to bring it all the way to the top. It's in, tightens it, out, untightens it.
One or the other.
One or the other.
Just move it the opposite way.
I figured it out. I was about to show him a no-no.
Is that?
using a mill bit and a drill chuck.
Don't want to do that, you mess up. Top of the milk.
But I didn't.
Okay.
Only because your chuck's too small. Take the 5/8.
I got a big one.
I know, but by the time I do that, I might as well, do it right. Oh, gotta go up some more. Your speed's awful high for this.
Turn it down. Now you know why I want to feed deep. Pain in the butt.
I understand. I'm going to cheat. I'm just going to put a little bit of
It'll work.
cutting.
A little flat, right?
I just want a little flat.
That should do it.
Well, I don't want to burn up or hurt my really nice mill bit either.
Back it.
This wild man down in Victoria gave them to me.
Hey,
All right, that's all I can do now.
somebody told me once you take anything that's offered to you free as long as it doesn't take shots to get rid of it.
Shots to get rid of it.
Yeah. That's all you needed. You got it?
See, that's basically all we need to do.
There you go. You just need to slit it, right?
We've got 3 more holes to do, then we'll split it. Well, I'm back over at my shop. Kind of had a frazzled evening fighting traffic from College Station, 90 miles an hour, trying to run you over. But maybe I'll calm down in here. Back from Don's where we've got the holes bored so we can thread this for the knob. Now I got to cut it. Now, the more acceptable way of cutting this would be put it in a vise and using a parting off saw, which in this case is going to have to be about a 3-inch diameter, to slit this. Well, I don't happen to have the 3-inch required blade, and I don't want to spend the $200 and something to acquire one, so I had to come up with another way of doing it. And like I say, use what you can. So we're going to use the 20 or 26-inch DoAll contour saw. This saw has a hydraulic table so it can feed itself. And the other day I needed to make some plates, and I wanted a really nice edge on the plate. I stuck it on here and got everything set and let it run slowly, of course. And it made a very, very nice cut. Very straight over like 12, 14 inches. So that's what I'm going to use to slit this. It cuts about an 1/8 inch kerf, and I'm going to line it up in this vise to where it will cut in through there and do the whole thing in one operation. So that's what I got. We're going to give it a shot. Now, I can make the table go this way by the feed, and I can clamp it in using this, but I don't have any way to laterally move this, so I'm going to have to eyeball it, then line it up on the table and clamp the vise down. So that's what I'm doing now. And yes, I'm going to use the old Mark I eyeballs for some of it. Hopefully this little camera will start doing what it's supposed to do. When I turn on the saw, there'll be more light from up here, but right now I'm just trying to get it lined up in the center of this blade. How's that, sports fans? Better? A little bit? What I'm going to do is I'm going to measure off the side of this blade on each side to see if we can get this part here lined up in the center. Need to be a little taller for this. That looks pretty good. Yeah. Slid a lot when I did that, so yeah, that's what I figured. Got to move it over again. When I'm hitting it with my hand, I'm kind of moving it out of square. Looks pretty good. That looks good. Centered up. Tighten it down a little bit in a final check. That looks good. One good thing about this saw, it's got slots everywhere. Got a hole drilled here where you can set the nut in from right here and go back. Don't need them out there really because you can't cut that far out. That's good. That's good. All right. It's going to get noisy. Got to go turn on the phase converter. Well, this is my DoAll 26-inch. I love this thing. Over there in the corner, it's got the standard feed and speed dial. Any saw that's got meteorite listed as a material is my kind of tool. This one's got the blade welder over there. Although I've been buying blades from bandsaws.com. Sometimes it's just cheaper because I can't find a lot of the old bandsaw stock anymore. Controls are over there. I got it set up here on the machine. Maybe you can see what's going on. Let's turn on a little camera. touched it. Let's see what happens. It looks good. Nothing went flying. Touched it. Let's see what happens. That looks good. Nothing went flying. It has a hydraulic piston that moves the table. You can also make it go like this if you need to. It's going to go real slow. I can tell you right now, I got to raise this old thing right there. Can't remember the name of it. I'm not going to clear. There we go. too fast. Should have been a little slower pulling it out. That could have been a disaster. Made a nice little cut. Now, because this thing is because these things are identical, I should be able to put this one in the vise the same way and save having to re-index it. So I'll only have to do it one time, hopefully. Looks like that's the way it went. Pretty much dead on. I like it. Go for cut 2. Remember what I said about using what you had? Well, 99.9% of the time when I'm out working and I need to tap a hole, I grab a drill motor. Yes, I can do this with a tap wrench, but all my tap wrenches are on a job for this size. In fact, make sure we got the right size there. So, we're going to put a little tap heavy stuff on it, and we're going to see if I can line this up, and and there we go. Don't try this at home. I just do a lot of it. It's very easy to snap one of those wrenches, or excuse me, one of the taps doing this. You want it, you know, I've kind of got a pilot going with this bore that I've done before. And this is a spiral point bit. It forces the chips out the hole on the other side. There's other spiral bits that you can use that will bring the chips out of the hole, but I don't use there very much. Those are for mainly bottoming. Ta-da! I got to clean out the bottom of that bore, and I'm going to do that when I change to another drill bit. While I got all these set up, I'm just going to do these. Still, I found spiral point bits or spiral point taps. And this cutting fluid, I used to hate to tap anything. Now it's no problem whatsoever. probably tap 100 holes a week. Need one more thing. You might recognize this as the clearance drill I put in. Don't need this piece of tape. I'm going to kind of go down farther than that. I don't know if you can see it there. But you can kind of see the lip in there. We're going to get rid of that lip. The reason I'm using this is just because of what happened. When I cleared out the last bit of that, I could feel it. If I put this on the drill press, I'm not going to feel that. Works like a charm. Now I need to put a 5/16 inch washer underneath there, and that'll keep it up out of that flat spot I milled. Give it something, the plastic knob to slide on. One down. Thanks for watching.